Hey everyone, today we are joined by Grammy Award nominated Colombian-Canadian artist Lido Pimienta. Welcome to TLN, Lido. How are you?
Hi, thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to talk to you because I feel like your image as an artist is so unique, your voice, your music, and it really celebrates Colombian music and what Canadian artists are about as well. So first off, can you describe your style as an artist to all of the viewers back home?
I would describe my music as experimental pop or even spiritual healing music.
And it was really interesting for me to see that you're nominated for a Grammy and not just the Latin Grammy, but the actual Grammys. What was that moment for you to get the recognition from your peers, to get the recognition that your music truly deserves?
I think because I was nominated for the Latin Grammys, which I did not expect at all, because I was nominated for that, and it was such a surprise and a shock when the when the general main Grammys gave me a nomination. I just felt more confident. I honestly, I just feel like, you know what, this makes sense. I shouldn't really be this surprised. It is an excellent album. I am a great artist. And it only makes me respect the Grammys more.
And your album is called Miss Colombia. As someone who is Colombian, someone who remembers that moment in 2015, the infamous Miss Universe scandal, why was that moment so important for you to highlight in your album name? What did that moment mean to you?
It was important to highlight that moment because it was that, yeah, it just marked this space that I was living where, I had been in Canada for a while, and I thought that, you just miss your country so much. Like, you miss back home so much that you tend to romanticize, and there's the bad things, they don't seem too bad anymore. So when the Miss Universe scandal happened, the Colombian diaspora, the reaction was so visceral. And I was thinking to myself, are we really paying more attention to some beauty contest than the general problems and the actual issues that we have in our country, in Colombia? And that made me go back in time and think about those things, and maybe heal those wounds that I had, and that it's obvious to have whenever you leave your country. So I mean, it's a strange world that we're living in. It's a strange place. When you leave, it's everything, it's strange, but then we get comfortable. So that's what that album is about. It's just like, where am I now? Who am I now? Am I more Canadian or am I more Colombian? It's like the proverbial, I don't know where my home is.
Most of us coming in from different countries and trying to remember who we are and find our identity. And through this song and through this album, do you think it was more a celebration of your culture as a Colombian, or was it a reinterpretation and you were going back and kind of adding in who you are today into the culture that you grew up with?
I'm so many things, I belong to a lot of places, and thinking in the end, that's what the answer is. It's we belong to earth, and we belong to community, we belong to communities, so that's what that is for me. Like, Miss Colombia, it's just, I mean, it's a funny name, because someone of my height would never be able to make it. I'm too short to be ever considered any kind of contestant to any beauty, whatever. So that was important to me to, you know what, I'm gonna wear my own crown, and I am gonna be comfortable and happy and content in my confused identity. So yeah, I think that's why the album has resonated with so many people around the world, because even if you're born in Canada, there's still so many things that when we're here, we have to wonder about and worry about. So I feel like Miss Colombia has been this place that people can call refuge or home, or a space where they can just vent and release. So I love it. Yeah.
And it's resonated so much that it ended up on Barack Obama's 2020 playlist. He featured your song Nada. Why do you think A former president of the United States loved a song that is a feminist anthem that has such a powerful and personal message.
And he has a really smart wife and who has raised very smart women. I'm pretty sure I don't know if he's my fan, but I know for sure his daughter was the one that was like, you need to include this song and people are going to think you're really cool. But it's wonderful. I mean, anything, no matter what recognition I get, whether it's from Barack Obama or his daughters or the Grammys or any other recognition that I have, I think that the biggest triumph in my life comes from the fact that I am able to be myself, that I don't have to compromise anything and people are liking it, you know, like I always thought that to be able to get to those years, you know, or any powerful platform or anything, that I had to subscribe to, you know, the pop star trope, you know, like I have to have a choreography and I have to have, you know, my body has to look a certain way and I have to sing about a certain topic, you know, but, you know, the song Nada, it is a feminist anthem. It's a song about what happens after you give birth and how tired your body is after you give birth, you know, so I love that, you know, I think it's wonderful and only motivates me to keep creating in my own terms, you know, because I am the one that writes all the songs. I am, you know, no one writes for me. Like I do everything, most of it I do myself. So it's great, you know, like I'm ready for the next one. Yeah.
So what is coming next? What is your next endeavor? Where are you finding your next inspiration from? Obviously during lockdown, I think there's a lot of time to find yourself and work on new projects. So what can we expect from Lido Pimienta?
You can expect a lot of orchestral string arrangements, winds, more winds. You know, I love my brass and my woodwinds. Lots of choir, tons of choir, and just more uplifting beauty. Yeah, like just beautiful. Just expect beauty, just beautiful, uplifting, hopeful, beautiful music.
So I have to ask you, when I did see your tweets when Barack Obama put out his list, and you did do a small call out to the Toronto music industry. And I think it's something that a lot of people don't realize is how hard it is to be an artist in Canada, how hard it is to get support, to grow, to become mainstream. So what do you think is missing, or what do Canadian artists need right now in order so more people can be like you, so more people can get that Grammy nomination, so more people can be recognized by a former president? Like what's missing right now?
I think we need to stop comparing ourselves or trying to be the USA. I think like first and foremost, we have so many wonderful, fantastic artists right here that we don't need the validation of a booking agency or a label or anyone in the USA to like us, so that the people in Canada say, oh, okay, I guess it is cool. Because I feel like that's why we're missing out on so many artists staying in Canada and activating all of these venues and shows and an actual industry. Because I feel like, I mean, there's so many wonderful artists that end up leaving, that end up going to the States, and it's almost kind of like it's a secret that they're Canadian, you know, like it's so funny, like to read after the latest Super Bowl that people didn't know that The Weeknd is not from the USA, you know. So I feel like I think if there was ever a time, the time is now to really invest in the community, like the music here. But I'm not just talking like, well, when we have grants and we can access, you know, these grants, it's just like, yeah, but like that's not industry, that's an arts council, and an arts council is doing their job. But where are we actually able to see these artists, and how are we, like, where are the like where is the industry, you know? Like I don't see it, you know. So my label is from the USA. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it took, yeah, like it took so many years for someone in Canada to be like, oh, this is wonderful. And even then they were still like, I don't know. But then I went to the States, I did a show in Los Angeles, and it was done. Booking agency, everything. I had everything. You know, I just had to play there once. And it's like, oh, why isn't this happening in Canada? I don't want to have to travel all the time. I want to be able to be here. We have a huge, wonderful, big, vast land, you know, where we can perform and we can showcase all of these artists. So yeah, I feel like that's the first thing. The first thing is to know the caliber that we have here and impulse it and create more venues, because at least in Toronto, that where we're supposed to be the music city, so many venues have been closing, you know. So where are we going to perform? Oh, I guess I'll go on tour in the USA.
Well, absolutely. You have to redefine success. And I think it's important right now with 2021 as well, shopping local, supporting local, looking for local artists, local musicians, and really supporting Canada, because I think we need it. TV, music, the entire industry needs to not look towards American validation because we have the talent here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Lido, well, thank you so much for joining us. This was an incredible conversation. I have had Nada stuck in my head all week since I found out about this interview. So I really hope that you end up winning the Grammy and you can bring it home and show all of our TLN viewers as well.
We'll see. I'm already a winner. So if we get the little object, you know, it'll be really cute.
Amazing. Lido, thank you so much again.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.